I'm aware that there was an incident, but I know the league is investigating it, so I've got no comment.
So the league is investigating it, so it's out of the norm. It's not standard operating procedure.
I don't have anything to say about it.
But there was somebody up there.
I've got no comment.
A very wild week, to say the least, for the Bengals. It all started at last Monday's press conference. Joining me to talk about it is ESPN Bengals reporter Ben Baby. Ben, thanks for taking the time. Great to have you on.
I appreciate you having me on, Reggie.
All right, so you were in the room when they were talking about that. Fast forward to today. I just told you the Bengals were trolling with the song. I always feel like somebody's watching me. The fans, all kinds of signs today talking about the Patriots being cheaters. What's it been like with that?
You know, it's a very fascinating scenario of what's going on right now with that situation. We know the Patriots have already admitted that they filmed the sideline inappropriately, and and it was mistaken. That today it came out that they've suspended somebody internally because of that. Now I think the question that the NFL is going to have is what was the intent behind what happened, and if as the NFL conducts their investigation, and if they decide that there was something a little bit more to the intent than what the Patriots have initially divulged, then we could be getting into an interesting situation, especially given their history with Spygate and some of their various other scandals that they've had regarding the franchise during their run under Bill Belichick.
And so with that, I mean, like you said, the Patriots admitted, kind of claim ignorance, but that video that came out today that Fox Sports got a hold of and showed to the masses will kind of say otherwise. What do you expect the NFL to do ruling-wise? Because they're a repeat offender at this point.
Yeah, I think that's the question that we all have right now. And, because it's the Patriots, you're not going to have a lot of leeway because they've already been, caught for this exact thing. So this is going to be a very fascinating situation. Like I said, if it all comes down to the intent, whatever the intent was, whenever they had the taping the other day, that's going to be the biggest determining factor of what the punishment is going to be like. And it's going to really affect how the Patriots are viewed. And if it's a heavy punishment, we could be talking about a legacy tarnishing situation for Belichick and that whole Patriots run.
That would be crazy. All right, let's switch gears a little bit. Joe Burrow won the Heisman last night in a landslide, no less. Fans want him. Boomer Esiason showed today that he wants him. Is it a foregone conclusion that that's who the Bengals are going to take if they keep this losing up?
I think that if the Bengals are looking for a quarterback and Joe Burrow's on the board, I think it would be difficult to say that they would take anyone else. I mean, Joe Burrow has been really good this year. It seems like I was in the SEC, covered the SEC last year, and the Joe Burrow that you're seeing this year compared to last season was a completely different guy. The change with Joe Brady coming in as an assistant who won the Broyles Award, which goes to the nation's top assistant. I mean, that pairing has been beautiful for them, and he's a big reason why LSU is undefeated right now. And Burrow's ability to command the pocket, see the field. He has some really good receivers in Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. That whole offense is just really looking good. It's really clicking. And so I think the question is, if you're the Bengals, is can he replicate that success in Cincinnati without Joe Brady? Because what we've seen of Joe Burrow, it's all been pretty much the same, with the exception of this year. And now the question is going to be, can he carry that over to the next level? And there's a lot of excitement. And given what the attendance has been like and how bad this franchise has been, I think a guy like Joe Burrow is what you need to kind of re-energize a fan base who wants something to cheer about, wants to be excited about their hometown team. And right now they just don't have it. And Joe Burrow might be the guy to give them that spark.
Right. All right, so we got about 30 seconds here. You're in this locker room every week. This team is losing a lot, but there's a payoff there with the losing. What is it like from the players' perspective that they're losing, but there's a payoff of a potential first overall pick in Joe Burrow?
I think that they're looking at the situation right now in the short term. Right now, those guys just want to win. I mean, they're wired to be competitors, and they want to go out there and win every Sunday. And I think this has really taken a toll on them as a whole. So I think once you get to the end of the season, then you'll say, okay, we have something to look forward to. But right now, I think the goal in that locker room is let's get these 2 wins and then finish the season on a strong note.
All right, that's what everybody said. It was weird hearing that from the team. They still want to win, and fans are like, no, please don't, please don't. So we'll see how these last 2 weeks play out. Ben, thanks for taking the time. Come back anytime, all right?
Anytime you want to have me, Reggie.
All right, thanks a lot.